Under public. Now I got the red bar that's starting to elongate. Okay.
And then you'll see sometimes every now and then that'll hang up. And then I close it down, go back to Zoom and do that stream to YouTube again. I don't know why that is. It's only happened a couple of times, but
same thing. Under public. Now I got the red bar that's starting to elongate. Okay. Oh, wow.
And then you'll see sometimes every now and then that'll hang up. And close it down, go back to Zoom and do that stream to YouTube.
This is weird. We're like in a parallel universe.
I don't know why that is. It's only happened a couple of times.
Same thing. Under public. Now I got the red bar that's starting to elongate. Oh, wow.
And then you'll see sometimes every now and then that'll hang up. So back on that YouTube page, close it down, go back. You have to be playing.
Hold on. I got both. I got both. Exit full screen. So do I?
So back on that YouTube page, close it down, go back. You have to be playing.
Hold on. How do you stop this loop?
So go to the YouTube where you're actually on the internet and just pause that video.
Okay.
So yeah, once it sends you to that, you don't have to hit play or anything. Does that make sense?
Well, let me go back to you so I can look at you instead of looking at us. All right, so here's the steps I'm going to take. I'm going to go just before 9 o'clock. I'll log in.
And I tend to log in 10 to 15 minutes early.
Okay.
And then I'll, turn off my camera and mute it and then wander away. That way everybody can, like David likes to go ahead and check in early. Susan often does. And then everybody shows up in the last couple of minutes, and sometimes Marty doesn't show up at all. Marty gets, like our last meeting, Marty had technical difficulties. He couldn't figure out how to unmute his computer speakers so we could hear him, but he couldn't hear us. So we had to wait for somebody to drive to him.
Barbara told me about that.
To basically press, unmute.
Okay, so I got your ID. I got your password to log in as the host for Zoom. When the meeting's ready to start, press record. The light will turn, the button will turn red. Then go to the ... click live on YouTube. And now that I'm connected as you through my computer, it should automatically start doing that recording so we don't have that loop issue.
Right.
If it does loop, just go on to the YouTube, hit pause. That'll stop that from buzzing in our ears and looping. And it should be just like you and I are right now.
Yes.
And then once the meeting is concluded, I'm assuming I hit stop recording, which is that square on the lower bottom of the screen.
Yep.
And end the meeting from there. And everything else everything else will disconnect. The YouTube will stop and okay.
Yeah. You can stop the YouTube from live streaming if you're just ending the meeting, it doesn't matter because everything will stop on its own.
Okay. All right. Do I need to hold up a sign saying I'm not Kenny Wright in the lower corner so they can?
I think they'll figure it out. You won't be the only person that's sitting in a window with somebody else's name on it. So, and then I try and watch everybody's mics because people have a tendency to leave them open. So like for those meetings, I'll always I'll have Barbara and the 3 commissioners and that's it. And like we have one that's always the, Vicky to update us on the coronavirus stuff. So when that's coming up, I'll unmute her. Everybody kind of knows the drill pretty well now. But some people seem to be able to mute and unmute on their own, and some people.
Hey, I just muted you. I can't hear a thing you're saying. Okay, now I'm asking to unmute.
I have unmuted.
Okay. All right. So basically, we as the host control who really can speak and when they can speak. So everybody, when they log in initially, I mute them all except for the commissioners, the clerk, and Vicky. And
Well,
when
I
it
would leave Vicky muted until she comes up in the agenda, and then unmute her, and then remute her.
okay.
But you'll see some people tend to not do that, and I've tried to remind everybody, like in Ottawa County, Robin, the court clerk or county clerk, was real bad about, joining the meeting early and just leaving her mic on. And so one day her and whoever she's in there with, are gossiping basically. And she didn't realize it. And there's 15 people listening to them gossip for 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she was kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
But now she knows to mute her mic when she.
Sure. Yeah. Don't make that mistake once.
I mean, the good thing is they didn't say anything bad. It was just, like, oh my God, this person's husband had a heart attack and this and this and this and this, So it wasn't anything catty, but still. Okay. All right. So that should be that.
Let me ask you this. For Delaware County, you
can probably stop recording us and live streaming us now if you want.
I think I did, didn't I?
No.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Mine still thinks we're live on YouTube.
It says live in the upper corner, but I don't know why.